let's meet her. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
How many children do you have?
3.
3, and have you homeschooled all of them?
I'm homeschooling right now.
Mhm.
Yes, all of them.
I think did I read somewhere where you took a year off to have a baby or something?
Yes.
I think that's a good reason.
I had a 1-year-old and a newborn, so I took a year off.
Yeah, we'll excuse you for that,
Right.
for sure. I just kind of got the idea that you're a natural-born teacher. I think they do exist.
Well, thank you.
And you do have a master's in
Yes.
elementary?
Elementary curriculum.
Mm-hmm. So that's really important too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you came up with these ideas. Are they basically to teach them reading?
Reading and spelling, and they're also wonderful for fine motor skills. So, all 3.
All right. I think we're going to start here. She's got red beans. She's got pasta. She's got rice and peanuts and Cheerios and M&Ms, and all of these have the possibility of teaching a child something.
Oh, yes.
Okay, show me.
We're trying to turn your kitchen into a classroom,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I want parents to understand, is they can use things that they already have to make learning fun, because when you engage a child in learning, then the long-term memory is so much better than just paper, pencil, or calling things out loud.
And that's the way I was raised.
Right,
There's
right.
the paper, there's the pencil.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
The first thing, we're going to make a homemade Etch-a-Sketch.
Okay.
And this is just salt, and I'm going to pour it in a shallow pan. Even a cookie sheet will do at home if you have one of those.
Now, where do you get these ideas? Do they just occur to you maybe while you're
I've picked them up here and there, but I do love learning. I really do. So every time I, read something, or maybe I learned it in college, or because I was a classroom teacher too, and so every time I learn something, I just jot it down. And that's how I even wrote the book, because I had so many ideas accumulated over like about 20 years. So
Yeah, my grandchildren are all out of school, but I could give you a shot at my great-grandchildren. Okay, what do we do with the salt?
So the salt, you're just going to shake it in the pan. I'm going to add a little bit more. Just about like a ½ inch deep. And then your child can use their finger to spell a word. So if I spell boy, it's just like writing in a sandbox, basically. And then when they're done, they can smooth it out and start over.
Start over.
So, and you can use this with salt, you can use sugar, and one of kids' favorites is actually cake mix.
Really?
Yes, because if you pour the cake mix in, this is a little twist of this. They can lick their finger and they write the word, and when they're done with the word, they lick their finger again. And they
Sounds
really
like a good
it.
trade-off to me.
And then this is a neat one for the tactile learners that are very hands-on and kinesthetic, and they like to touch things. So if you want to write a word in here, it just feels really neat to your finger.
Okay, since I'm not very original, I'll put boy.
That's fine. But
There you
doesn't
go.
that just feel neat?
Yes.
It has a neat texture. And children that like to touch everything.
Yeah, now you mentioned in your book, too, figure out their learning style.
Yes.
And this is one of them, right?
Yes. Some children learn mostly through a visual method, some auditory, and some kinesthetic. And kinesthetic is hands-on learning. So they're actually touching and moving, and you're engaging your child in the whole learning process. So.
Yeah, and they think they're playing.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
My children, I don't call it like we're going to do school today. I said, let's go play school. They always think it's a game. And that's the whole goal of mine, is to show parents that, and grandparents or caregivers of children, to make learning fun, where they're excited to do it. Okay, the next activity is you just glue things on construction paper. So I already started some words off, doing this upside down. But what I did here is sometimes if you don't want to do spelling words, or if it's the summertime, you can do word families. So I did the word family and a word family is when you add letters to the beginning of it and you make different words. So they can make a whole bunch of different words. And I'm gluing beans on it, but you can also glue pastas. And there's all kinds of beans if you really want to get creative with it. But again, they're writing the word in glue, then they're using the beans. And small beans are great for those fine motor skills, for handwriting. Oh, to get the dexterity in their fingers.
Yeah, I remember as a child going to vacation Bible school. And my favorite part of that morning, it's usually from 9 to noon, was the crafts.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what this is, only you're tricking them into
Right.
spelling. Okay.
Exactly.
And the same thing with pretzels?
Yes, pretzels. So these are fast and easy to do. The beans take a little longer, but the pretzels, you just put, you put the letters on, and you turn them into letters. But I like the pretzels because you can break them in half, and it's easier to make some of the letters. And a twist off the pretzels, you can do pasta, and you can break the pasta up and make letters. And if you're cooking spaghetti, it's so neat. Just take some of those noodles that are cooked, give them to your child, and now they can be making spelling words or reading words out of them. And those curve easily, instead of the pretzels that are stiff. And same thing, licorice string curves. And I found this licorice that you guys really like here.
No one here has ever seen colored licorice before, including me. I've never seen that. That is so...
This is a twist off the red. And so what you can do is you can do the red licorice, but if you get the colored licorice, you can actually be doing vowels and consonants. So when they're spelling a word, you can say, okay, all the vowels use yellow, and all the red, for the red letters, you can be making consonants. So that's
now, what
a
age group are we talking about? Our first, second, third grade? What?
I'm talking preschool to, all the way through elementary school. Even, I have a middle school child, but he loves hands-on learning too. So he would much rather take pretzel sticks and practice the spelling words than write them out, because it's hands-on, it's engaging. And like I said before, you're tricking the child that this is fun, this isn't school. We're actually having fun here. Now this is a favorite station of children because this is a station you can eat while you're doing schoolwork. So for healthy alternatives, I've got peanuts, raisins, Cheerios, any type of cereal you have at home. And then for this one right here, this is M&M's. And what you can do, excuse me,
that's all right.
You can do Skittles, and you could just make the word, like I'm going to make the word she. And you just
now, do they get to eat them when they're finished?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. So this you want to do, like, if you're in the middle of cooking dinner, you want to do this after dinner or something. But that's basically what my ministry is about, is showing parents engaging ways to interact with their child and spend quality time with their child without it feeling like you're doing just schoolwork.
Now, you said this can go, like, all the way through elementary school. What about math? Do you use any of these kinds of things to maybe for the beginning?
Oh, yes. Manipulatives,
learning?
they're called, and you can be doing addition, subtraction with adding the products together, like the Cheerios. 2 Cheerios plus 3 Cheerios equals 5.
Oh, my goodness, that is cute. That is good.
Another twist is using licorice or you can use these for tally marks. When your children don't get a lot of practice with tally marks in school books now. So you can do tally marks. Tally marks where you make 4 and then you cross over,
that's what that's called.
And you can be teaching that, and you can just be doing like pretzel sticks, just adding them up, 5 plus 5 again. And one thing I want to say is for preschoolers, you can be practicing letters, numbers, shapes, especially something like over here where they can be writing in it. So it's not exactly, the spelling words or the reading words.